Queen Carvania stood haloed by the morning sun. An army hung on her every word.
My champions, I have sold my chariot on Carvana. 'Twas a lovely SUV, an inexplicably queenly offer. They're even coming to the castle to collect it. Tonight, we feast! An offer you can feast on. Sell your car today on Carvana. Pickup fees may apply.
Welcome to the KSL Real Estate Show. Hear updates on the national and local Utah real estate markets. We cover residential and commercial properties. Plus, get inspiring ideas to make your house a home from our sponsor, Osmond Designs. Here's Heather Osmond and Jeff Kaplan on KSL News Radio.
Welcome to the KSL Real Estate Show. I'm your host, Heather Osmond, owner of the Osmond Designs Furniture and Interior Design Stores. I truly believe a home is so much more than a place to live. It's where our children grow up, where holidays become traditions, where we celebrate life's biggest milestones, and where we find comfort after life's hardest days. That's why I love talking about real estate. I am an investor, and I love actually designing homes and buildings and commercial properties. It's never really about the properties. It's about the people, the families, the dreams, and building a future. Utah continues to be one of the most desirable places to live in America. We have a strong economy, incredible job growth, beautiful communities, and people who genuinely care about where they live. Today, we're going to talk about the hottest topics in Utah real estate, and I have two incredible guests on the show. They are executives from Mountain America Credit Union. First, we have Sharlene Wells. She is the Chief Public Affairs Officer at Mountain America Credit Union and a dear friend of mine. Yes. Welcome to the show, Sharlene.
Good to be here. You are the perfect person for this podcast, by the way. You are so absolutely the right person.
Thank you so much. And we have Jeff Chandler, who recently joined Mountain America Credit Union as the Director of Public Relations. Welcome.
Thank you for having me, Heather. I'm really happy to be here.
Let's both clap for you.
Thank you.
What a great team to join, Jeff. I'm so happy for you.
Thank you so much. I'm really excited to be here.
Very, very good. Okay, before we jump into today's market, I want each of you to introduce yourselves and tell us a little bit about Mountain America Credit Union and what you love most about working there.
You know, when I first came back to Utah about how long has it been now? 5-6 years ago. And I was looking for the right next step. And I was talking with some friends of mine, and they said, you have to look at Mountain America. And I said, why? Because I didn't know anything. I had never been a credit union member. And they said the culture is amazing, which it is, and their reputation for giving back in the community, their reputation for doing everything the right way, putting the focus on members first, is outstanding, unsurpassed. And so I was really excited to take a look and was thrilled to be able to join Mountain America 5 years ago.
That's amazing. Okay, Jeff.
Yeah, same thing for me. I've been in my industry for some time, worked for some really great organizations. And when the opportunity came available to join Mountain America, it was kind of a no-brainer for me because of all the things I'd heard about Mountain America, just like Sharlene was mentioning. The culture, which is really Mountain America, we like to talk about people helping people, but it's more than just a slogan at Mountain America. It permeates everywhere you go, every meeting, every interaction with a member, every partnership. Everybody's thinking about how we can collaborate, how we can empower people to define and achieve their financial dreams. And that's really what we're about. So for me, the opportunity to tell that story and be part of a wonderful organization was too much to pass up.
For sure.
And we're lucky.
You are lucky, yes. I've admired Mountain America for years. Not only have you built a reputation on putting members first, I think there's a real focus on people instead of transactions. And one thing that I specifically admire is your investment in communities and in people. Can you share some ways that Mountain America Credit Union gives back across Utah?
That's one of my favorite things. You're absolutely right. And let me back up just a little bit to preface that. When I was in one of my very first meetings that involved the leadership, and our CEO was in there, and there was about 30 minutes of discussion of something that we should be doing as a credit union. And he finally piped up, and all he said was, is this the best thing for the members? And the answer came back, oh, maybe not. And he said, well, then that's the answer. We're not doing it. And it was just so crystal clear. And so when we go to our community engagement efforts, that is absolutely part of, we like to say, our DNA. It's just who we are. It's always been part of that. Where can we go to make a difference? I especially love taking a look at nonprofits that have been struggling maybe a little bit, but they're doing really great work. And so we put a spotlight on them, whether it's a Pay It Forward or a Dream Team that we do out in the community. I just absolutely love meeting all these different organizations that are working so hard in our communities to make a difference. And there's many of them. There's so many of them. I wish we had a bigger budget. That's my thing every single year.
We just need
more
more
money. Can I have
money?
more money, please? So I'm always asking for more money because we love giving that away and knowing that it's being used well. That's where we feel like we can have impact.
So all of our KSL friends that are listening right now, I bet they relate to you because they need more money
They need
too.
more money.
Shirley.
We all need more in our pockets.
We all do. What are some of the offerings that Mountain America Credit Union has right now? I know you do construction loans, SBA loans, savings. You have a youth savings plan. What are some other things? How do people get more money from Mountain America Credit Union?
So one of the great things about our Mountain America model is that we have everybody in our branches are trained to be able to look and talk with the member, identify that's part of why we define and achieve their financial goals. That's part of our mission. But they're trained to take a look at your individual needs and what will work best for you. One of the things that we have too is a free financial guide. So this is somebody who can sit down, take a comprehensive look at your finances for free and see where they can actually make a difference. What product will make a difference for them? What product will put more money back into their account? One of my favorite things that we do is we call it rescued loans, because what we're doing is we're taking a look at the different loans. They might have 10 credit cards. That happens. They might have 10 credit cards and they're paying thousands of dollars. And by consolidating that with a lower interest rate, we can save them. Sometimes it's hundreds. I've heard stories of thousands of dollars that we're saving them a month. And so these tears, that when they come in with tears, they leave with tears of joy. We're constantly looking at these stories. And in fact, we just put together a book called Guiding You Forward, and it's it's just stories of our members and different ways that we can help them with, whether it's with their home or with their auto or debt or with their businesses, all these different ways that we can look at it. So
You guys really should write a book. I'm sure there are incredible stories. Utah,
stories are amazing.
Yeah, Utah is a bursting economy, and I feel like doing this radio show, it's always good news. It's just fun and exciting, and everyone loves money, like you're saying, Jeff.
Yeah, I was going to add to that Utah, being a very entrepreneurial state, we do a lot to support small business owners as well. And so we are the number one SBA lender, credit union lender in the nation. People probably didn't know that.
For 23 years.
For 23 years, which is absolutely amazing. And so the same thing. A lot of people think that maybe they don't have the assets, they can't find the funding to be able to start their business or to be able to grow their business. And our people are here to help them understand that they can achieve their dreams. And actually, there's a new rule coming out. The government is going to expand the lending limit for SBA loans here in the next few days. And so we're excited to help people from $5 to $10 million. That's a big amount.
That's doubling what they can access for loans for small businesses.
That is incredible. Yeah. So I'm a small business. Osmond Designs, I started 28 years ago. And it really was just a desk and a chair and a bookcase and a dream that I wanted to someday open a store. And it just blew up. It really was just a hobby that grew. And there's lots of blood, sweat, and tears that no one ever sees. Every business has their own story. And I think it's really, really interesting and also impressive and inspiring that Mountain America is at the forefront of that in helping Utah businesses grow. So I really applaud you for that.
And you there were times when you go, okay, do I use this little bucket of money that I have to expand?
Right.
Or I'm reinvesting, I'm getting equipment. How do I do that? So it's really good to have a partner that you talk with early. That's one of the big things that we try to get our members to do. Don't wait until you need it. Get the relationship going now. Make sure that we know who you are. And then as soon as you need to activate that, now you're good to go. And maybe you can do both. You can expand and reinvest and get some equipment or whatever that you need.
That's incredible. Okay, let's talk about your locations. You're all across the Wasatch Front. Tell me how many locations you have and how you're planning to expand.
We are in 5 states. And the bulk of our branches, of our 108, are we now at 108?
Wow.
We have a ribbon cutting, it feels like every month, but I think it's every other month.
Only every other month.
And the reason why we build branches, because a lot of people say, in this digital age, why are you building branches? But our CEO, Sterling Nielsen, is constantly saying at every single ribbon branch, the reason why we do brick and mortar, the reason why we build branches is because this is where lives are changed. This is when people come in and they are desperate, they need help, and we can sit down with them and take a look at it and go, do you know what? We can consolidate this. We can change this for you and lower your monthly payment.
So incredible. Joining us today, Sharlene Wells and Jeff Chandler, executives at Mountain America Credit Union. I love today's conversation because it reminds us that real estate has never been simply about buying property. It's about building security, building memories, building wealth, and most importantly, building a place where the people you love feel at home. You're listening to the KSL Real Estate Show. I'm Heather Osmond, owner of Osmond Designs Furniture and Interior Design Stores. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Grainger knows when you're a procurement manager for an office park, you're not managing one building. You're managing all of them. And to stay ahead, you need to see through walls and around corners. Lights about to fail, filters ready to clog, HVAC on its last leg. If you wait until something breaks, you're already behind. Count on Grainger for quality products, easy reordering, and 24/7 support. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Get ready for the deal of the decade with Lagoon's best price of the season. July 1st through 31st, single-day passports are just $59.95 plus tax when you buy 2 or more in one transaction. Online only. There's something new waiting for you at Lagoon, so bring your friends and families, make some memories, and save big when you visit in July with the deal of the decade. Don't wait. Buy online now at lagoonpark.com.
This Father's Day, when you ship UPS Air at the UPS store, your items arrive on time or your money back, guaranteed at no extra cost. It's like the father of all shipping services. It shows up to the airport way too early, just to play it safe. It's overprotective about all the things that truly matter, and it's always prompt, especially to be with family. Make it your first choice to celebrate your dad. Ship UPS Air with our money-back guarantee, exclusively at the UPS Store U.S. retail locations. Visit the upsstore.com/air shipping for full details. Terms and conditions apply.
Best thing that's ever happened to you financially. Go.
Easy. Sold my car on Carvana. Amazing offer.
Really? I hit 200 on the scratcher.
Did the scratcher come to your house and hand you a check?
No.
How many scratchers did you hit to get that? I hit a button on Carvana.com once.
Okay, that's fair.
It's like the lottery, except you always win.
Not like the lottery at all, actually.
Exactly. Inexplicably good. Offers worth bragging about. Sell your car today on Carvana. Pickup fees may apply.
Trading at Schwab is now powered by Ameritrade, bringing you an expanding library of education with even more ways to sharpen your trading skills. Access new online courses, insightful webcasts, articles, engaging videos, and more, all curated just for traders. Plus, guided learning paths with content designed to fit your unique interests. No sifting to find exactly what you need, so you can spend your time learning to trade brilliantly. Learn more at schwab.com/trading.
We're back with the KSL Real Estate Show, sponsored by Osmond Designs on KSL News Radio.
Welcome back to the KSL Real Estate Show. I'm Heather Osmond, owner of Osmond Designs Furniture and Interior Design Stores. And today we've been talking with Sharlene Wells and Jeff Chandler from Mountain America Credit Union about building wealth through home ownership and making financial decisions. But it's really not about the transactions. It's about the people. And that's the culture of Mountain America Credit Union. Mm-hmm. We've talked a lot about your properties and where you're located. 108 locations. This is unbelievable. So my understanding is you have almost 80 branches just in Utah.
Yeah, and growing in Arizona, growing in Idaho, Nevada, Montana. But Utah continues to be, I mean, this is our headquarters. And we've been here 90 years. We're celebrating 90 years this year. So we've been named for the 5th year in a row to Utah Business's Fast 50. And for a 90-year-old company, I think that's pretty impressive that we're fast at anything. No, we are pretty fast at building branches. We're doing a lot of things fast, but that's why the growth. And I asked our CEO a few years ago, why are we growing so fast? And he says it's word of mouth. And that's our best way to grow because you want it to be word of mouth.
I think it's your reputation that precedes all of that. And it's easy to just tell a friend when you have a great experience somewhere. You want to tell your friend about the latest restaurant. You want to tell them about your easy loan that you just received so that you can move in and enjoy your family. So
and my mortgage, when I did my mortgage, everything was digital. It was so nice. I wasn't going through 500 pages doing my signatures.
That's incredible. Okay. Many of our listeners have probably never heard of the Utah Fraud Prevention Coalition. And you're actually one of the leaders of this. Tell us a little bit about it.
Yeah, I'm the chair, and I'm so proud of our state for doing this. We're the first state to really put together a coalition of this kind. This is banks, credit unions. So I'll say that again because that's banks and credit unions coming together, folks. And typically, they haven't been friends, and we are so friendly on this account. Banks, credit unions, and law enforcement came together in this coalition to fight fraud. Utah is one of the highest of fraud costs in the country, and our number one fraud category is? It's imposters. It's scams like that, imposter scams. And so there's lots of ways to lose your money. And that's our biggest one. It's because we're so trusting.
I think that's my biggest problem is I just believe people. And you just think they have your best interest in mind when you get and receive that phone call. You just think that
we're here to help you
bank.
Fix your account.
Yeah.
We just want to fix this for you because there was a slight problem. So if you just give us the last 4 digits of
your account number.
The creative ways that they come up with to help you let go of your money. It's scary. And one of the biggest ones is a cryptocurrency scams right now. And so we just barely had a Utah Fraud Prevention Coalition quarterly conference last week. And that was the big thing that they were talking about was the cryptocurrency fraud scams out there.
So how do people protect themselves? Like, let's say Dillard's calls. Do we just say, thank you for the information, hang up, and then call Dillard's?
Yes.
Is that what you would recommend?
Yes, you are so right. Just because people don't want to be rude.
Right.
They don't want to just hang up. So you can say, thank you, Romania or North Korea or whatever organized crime is doing this. But I'm just going to hang up on you and I'm going to call back to that organization that I think is calling me.
And it's the same with text messages, emails.
Don't click on links. Don't click on links. Just don't. Just don't.
So disappointing.
It's disappointing that we have to do that, right? Because there's so many fun ways that we used to click on links and help each other out. But now it's just too associated with fraud.
And I think one of the biggest misconceptions people have is believing that would ever happen to me. But the reality is that scammers really have become increasingly sophisticated, just like you're mentioning.
Yeah, I was going to add another way that they do that is they will send you an email that looks like it's coming from a friend, a family member, maybe your boss, and it's marked urgent, and you click on it before you even think. So you really want to just take a step back and think and look at it and diagnose and say, is this really from the place I expected? Because it might be like .edu or .org instead of .com or something like that.
Yeah, your boss is saying, I really need you to go get 10 gift cards. Or no, I really need $1,000 to be put over here. And you think, oh, wow, they really need it. They're stuck over in New York City or something. So you have to be careful.
I think it's amazing and honestly a little frightening how realistic some of these scams really have become. Years ago, you'd usually spot a scam because something looks suspicious, but now they don't look suspicious.
No, they're so
and you
sophisticated.
have to be careful. Yeah, and this is a lot of money that people can steal from you if you're not being careful.
So this last year, I haven't looked at the latest numbers from the FTC, but this last year was about $150 million.
Wow.
In the state of Utah.
Wow. Okay, so since this is the KSL Real Estate Show, let's specifically talk about homeowners and home buyers. What should buyers do before wiring money?
There's actually a new wire fraud form that all realtors and mortgage, all real estate agents, they are privy to this form to protect the buyer from wire mortgage fraud.
I think that's incredibly important because buying a home is often the largest financial transaction people will ever make. And really, one phone call to verify instructions could literally save someone's life savings. You're listening to the KSL Real Estate Show. I'm Heather Osmond, owner of Osmond Designs and a real estate investor. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Welcome to the KSL Real Estate Show. Hear updates on the national and local Utah real estate markets. We cover residential and commercial properties. Plus, get inspiring ideas to make your house a home from our sponsor, Osmond Designs. Here's Heather Osmond and Jeff Kaplan on KSL News Radio.
Welcome back to the KSL Real Estate Show. I'm Heather Osmond, owner of the Osmond Designs Furniture and Interior Design Stores. And happy 4th of July, everyone.
Happy 4th of July is right. Yes.
Oh, it's so good to be in Utah, and it's so great to God bless America. Let's be honest. This is such a beautiful land, and we want to acknowledge all of the sacrifices of those that are currently serving as well as have previously served. Thank you for your generosity. Thank you for celebrating with us. It's a great day to be in Utah.
It really is. And when you think about 250 years, this is the longest running democracy experiment
in the world.
And we did it.
We did it. We survived.
We got to 250. And I feel like we're on a good path. I mean, yeah, we have our differences, but guess what? We had our differences in the 60s and the 70s. And you can pick any decade.
It just continues. You're listening to Sharlene Wells. That's the voice of Sharlene. She's the Chief Public Affairs Officer at Mountain America Credit Union, where she leads the organization's communications, government, and community relations, and also the Mountain America Foundation. So, Sharlene, you are also a former Miss America. Let's just talk about how cool that is.
Back in the 1900s. That's a long time ago.
And you're still a babe. You're a babe with brains. So fun. That's how I know you is through pageantry back in the day. And I've always admired and respected you, not only your professional life, but also your personal life. You're just a really incredible and inspiring person. So thank you for being on the show.
Very kind of you, especially coming from you. I admire you so much.
Thank you. And we have Jeff Chandler. How's it going, Jeff?
It's going great.
Jeff recently joined Mountain America Credit Union as its director of public relations, where he leads the organization's public relations efforts and helps share Mountain America's mission of improving the financial well-being of its members and strengthening the communities it serves. What a cool team to join, Jeff.
It's a great team, and it's a great time to join, especially as you mentioned, the 250th anniversary of this amazing country. And hopefully everybody who's listening to this right now is in between some kind of activity with family or community, enjoying whatever their tradition is. I know I will be coming from a parade, big Freedom Festival guy myself, and in between cookouts and other things that we can do together. But it's a great country, a great place to be able to enjoy the kinds of freedoms we have to associate with one another and build bridges. And that's really what we're all about here at Mountain America, is trying to bring communities together, and that's what a lot of our focus is on our work with nonprofits and other partners.
For sure. And one of the reasons I've always admired Mountain America Credit Union is that you genuinely care about people. Whether someone is buying their first home or they're saving for their retirement, opening their first checking account, or simply trying to protect what they've worked their entire lives to save and build. You treat every member like they matter, and that says a lot about your organization. You also do educational events. Let's talk a little bit about that.
That's one of the biggest efforts of our Mountain America Foundation. We do $300,000 in scholarships every year. That's 150 students that receive $2,000. We just barely started presenting those this month and next month. And that's important. We're heading into, this is our 4th year. So next year will be 5th. And we also love partnering with First Lady Abby Cox on her Show Up for Teachers initiative. And so we do $40,000 in educator grants there. And it's amazing what our teachers come up with when they have even just $1,000 is a game changer for them to do some incredible things. I heard of one teacher, she wanted to do an opera, have her third graders create and perform an opera. Do you think those kids remember that?
That's
for the
incredible.
rest of their lives? And the kinds of the exciting things that they put together with that money really makes a difference. So that's a key area for us.
Yeah, absolutely. And, just in this next week, we will be at the Show for Teachers conference that the First Lady puts together. And we'll be able to spend a lot of time with those teachers and recognize them with those grants. And that's going to be a great opportunity.
Our teachers do so much. I mean, that's the backbone of our community. They're shaping the future of what Utah's going to look like every
for
single
sure.
day they're in a classroom.
What excites you the most about Utah's future associated with Mountain America Credit Union? I mean, you continue to grow.
Yeah.
I think what I like is that the growth that is happening at Mountain America, that corresponds with the growth of our community. And so there's so much opportunity here in the state because of the environment we've created where there is a sense of community. And we're also able to welcome in so many people who are coming here from outside the state who are recognizing what we have to offer, the great scenery, a real sense of culture. Everybody who I have always hosted from outside of Utah, the first thing they say to me is, the people here are so nice. Everybody just wants to welcome you. And that's something that can be a resource for us as we build our community and as we look forward to greater prosperity. And really that's something I hope we can focus on is what we have together, what brings us together so that we can build upon those commonalities.
And that sense of community that you were talking about, that's why we do things like we just barely announced the beginning of this week that we were part of a groundbreaking for a Mountain America Event Center near the point of the mountain. It's going to be the first building completed in that whole area where the prison used to be. And that's going to be about 5,200 seats, and not only a great performance arena, but they'll be able to hold high school state volleyball championships there. So many different things they can do, which only reinforces our love of bringing community together, community and businesses. That's why we do things like the Fraud Prevention Coalition or our Mountain America Business Center. We like to bring our businesses together and provide a place for them.
Oh, for sure. Mountain America is always helping people build financially healthy lives. What role does budgeting play in Utah? Right? I think that we're generally fiscally, I don't know, maybe we are, maybe we're not, but we're conservative generally.
I would say we're more conservative, and I think that people generally do their budgeting. They're for sure focused on what they can and can't do with their budget, and they always need to put more in their accounts. And so that's why we are here, to take a look at where we can save more and make sure that they're not paying more than they should be on interest rates.
For sure. And if you were joining us in a previous segment, Sharlene and I were talking about how we just always need more money.
It's just a basic.
Just a little problem. And you can always go to Mountain America Credit Union and meet with someone, and they can help you understand. I challenge you
to come in and see what we can do to bring down your debt. Bring down your debt. Bring down what you're paying monthly. I am just so sure that we'll be able to help you out with that.
And what advice would you give young families just getting started? They want to buy their first home. These are my kids, Sharlene. I want to keep them in Utah, and they can't afford a home.
You know what my son just did, which is just brilliant, and he's 28, 29. I should know this right at the top of my head. But he and his wife, they bought a house, and they fixed up the basement and are renting out the basement. So now they're only paying half of the mortgage cost. Their renter is paying the other half of the mortgage cost. And I think that's brilliant.
It is
and
brilliant.
Now he's only like 15 minutes away from me.
Well, and I think it's being humble enough to be able to do that, or live in the basement and rent out the upstairs, right? Do things that other people are not willing to do so that you can live like no one else can.
Yeah.
Right? Just looking forward. Long-term financial planning is the key for all of us, included with our kids. So moms, dads, grandmas, grandpas, We're all included in this conversation. Stats on the internet say that we are all overextended to some aspect in our lives. And, it's hard to rein things back sometimes.
One of the things that our financial education team always talk about, they go, is there something that you spend maybe, I don't know, $10 to $15 on a month or a week, $10 to $15. Maybe it's a cup of coffee. Maybe it's, something like that. What if you were to say, I'm not going to do that for the next few months or whatever. I'm putting that into savings. Just try it. And at the end of the year, I have not added that up, but at the end of the year, if you're saving $15 a week, now you've got, let's see, 30, so 60 a month, and you times that by 12, you've got some savings.
Or maybe have a dirty Diet Coke every other day.
Instead
of every day, right? One of my favorite quotes says, success isn't built overnight. It's built one good decision at a time. And I think that's exactly how financial security works. It's making sacrifices. We live in a microwave society. We all want it hot, fast, and right now. I know I wanted that too. And sometimes it is a long game. There is patience that is needed.
Right.
One thing that's always impressed me about Mountain America Credit Union is your commitment to giving back. We touched a little bit about this in a previous segment, but tell me about some of your favorite Mountain America community programs that you offer, Jeff.
Well, yeah, absolutely. Happy to do that. And one of the things that we get to be involved with is our Dream Team and our Pay It Forward programs. And so every week, in some cases, at least once a month, we're able to receive nominations from the community and go out and recognize people. They're doing great work. And so these are groups that are helping disabled children have a better future, or they are providing concerts to senior centers and all these kinds of things that really just build the community. So it's neat to see how many people are doing good in the community and to be a part of that. We live in a special place, and to be able to recognize what they're doing. And I think giving the recognition to what's happening there.
I believe strong communities create strong neighborhoods, and strong neighborhoods create thriving real estate markets. Most of these people are friends and neighbors, and I feel like Mountain America is one of the all-time best in the state of Utah. You've seen your buildings all across I-15. Your logo is plastered all over with the community involvement that you do, and I really admire and respect you for that.
Well, I think hopefully as well with the work that our people are able to do in branches, working with members and helping them maintain hope that their financial dreams can come true. Because I think sometimes it's easy to get caught up in the, as you were mentioning, there's so many things that people want to accomplish, and sometimes you look too far ahead and you don't realize that, just slow down and we can go one step at a time. But if we have that hope that we can achieve those dreams, that goes a long way, because that leads to action, the kinds of actions that you were talking about, where we, save a little bit here or there or make an investment.
Charlene,
we partner with you.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, we partner with you, right? You're not out there alone.
We're a team.
A lot of people think, I'm buried in debt and I've got to figure this out on my own. Come in and let us help figure it out with you.
I love that so much. Sharlene Wells and Jeff Chandler, executives at Mountain America Credit Union. You're listening to the KSL Real Estate Show. I'm Heather Osmond, owner of Osmond Designs Furniture and Interior Design Stores. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Ever walk into a home and immediately start taking mental notes? Well, you're going to do that all day long at the Northern Wasatch Parade of Homes. Tour 21 incredible homes filled with beautiful design, dream spaces, and ideas you'll want to recreate in your own home. July 10th through the 25th. Get your tickets at northernwasatchparade.com.
Get ready for the deal of the decade with Lagoon's best price of the season. July 1st through 31st, single-day passports are just $59.95 plus tax when you buy 2 or more in one transaction. Online only. There's something new waiting for you at Lagoon, so bring your friends and families, make some memories, and save big when you visit in July with the deal of the decade. Don't wait. Buy online now at lagoonpark.com.
Queen Carvania stood haloed by the morning sun. An army hung on her every word.
My champions, I have sold my chariot on Carvana. 'Twas a lovely SUV, an inexplicably queenly offer. They're even coming to the castle to collect it. Tonight, we feast. An offer you can feast on. Sell your car today on Carvana. Pickup fees may apply.
Trading at Schwab is now powered by Ameritrade, bringing you an expanding library of education with even more ways to sharpen your trading skills. Access new online courses, insightful webcasts, articles, engaging videos, and more, all curated just for traders. Plus, guided learning paths with content designed to fit your unique interests. No sifting to find exactly what you need, so you can spend your time learning to trade brilliantly. Learn more at schwab.com/trading.
And Doug.
Hot dog! Get your hot dog!
Customize! Customize and save with Liberty Mutual.
Hey, what are you doing?
I like your method. Direct. To the point. A little loud, but...
Listen, people don't buy car insurance the same way they do hot dogs.
Not yet, but both are customizable.
Popcorn! Get your popcorn!
Hey, this is a hot dog area.
And customize and save area. Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
We're back with the KSL Real Estate Show, sponsored by Osmond Designs on KSL News Radio.
Thank you for joining us today on the KSL Real Estate Show. I'm Heather Osmond, owner of the Osmond Designs Furniture and Interior Design Stores. And if you're out and about today, maybe you just finished a parade. If you're in the Lehigh or Orem areas, please stop by Osmond Designs. We are having, of course, weekend sales. Come celebrate with us. Bring your truck and trailer. We have 2 locations with over 22,000 square feet per location. So lots of in-stock product. Bring your truck and trailer and take home a sectional today.
Why
Take
not?
Take home a new dining table for your party tonight. Why not? Today we have Sharlene Wells and Jeff Chandler. They are executives from Mountain America Credit Union. Thank you so much for being on the show today. What a fun day. This is amazing.
Great to be with you. I know. What a pleasure for us.
And we get to talk about money and how to get it.
How to get it, how to save it,
So awesome.
how to make sure you keep it.
For sure. Okay. Obviously, today's all about America's freedom and, you know, God bless America. Happy 4th of July. But let's talk a little bit in this final segment about financial freedom and what that means to you personally. Jeff, you go first.
Yeah, to me, financial freedom, first of all, we've never fully achieved it, right? You never get to that point where you're 100% comfortable. You're always trying to do better. So it's about continual improvement. But I think what's important is that you have the freedom to enjoy the things that you want to enjoy. And for me, a lot of that is about my family. I like to spend time with family and friends. And so how do you build that? I think keeping in mind a one day at a time approach is really important so that we don't get too far ahead of ourselves, because that only causes us to lose hope sometimes and see, I'm not there yet. And I think, you know, the more you think about it that way, the more you can develop the sort of discipline that helps you make the right choices that will provide for your future so that you're not tied down by unnecessary debt.
There's nothing worse than being house poor and being overextended in credit card debt and all the things that you hear that are just so common in Utah. Mountain America provides free counseling service. Let's just call it that.
That is so amazing.
Yes.
And when I think of the financial freedom, the 2 biggest stressors in somebody's life is finances and health.
Yeah.
So, and health, you know, sometimes you can manage that, sometimes you can't. And if you've got both of those, so let's remove one of those stressors. You can remove one of those stressors, and it'll probably help you with your health too, if you remove the financial stress by coming in and talking to our free financial guides who will take a look how to help you be more financially free. And that's reducing your debt, consolidating, lowering those interest rates, those payments every single month. That's freedom. That is big freedom.
Well, and I feel like just making a plan, even if you're not where you want to be today, if you know where you can be a month from now, 6 months from now, a year from now, 5 years from now, maybe your goal is to buy your first home, and then you just get in the rat race and you don't ever get to that point because you can't catch up and you don't know what you're doing wrong. There are so many things that I learned in high school that I've never used. And some of the things that we've talked about on our show today are applicable and relevant to helping not only ourselves, but also our kids to achieve their financial dreams.
Oh, yeah. To your point, the plan.
The plan.
And people often don't have a plan. So let's help them get a plan and stick to it.
And you don't know what you don't know. So get a team of experts. It's free to come into any Mountain America Credit Union branch and they will sit down with you and help you make that plan. Okay, if our listeners could remember one thing from today's show, Jeff, what do you hope it is?
I hope it is that they can have hope for a better future. That, as we celebrate the 250th anniversary of our country, that's what the founding was all about, people looking to have a better life. And at Mountain America Credit Union, that's something that we like to lean into, is this idea of people being able to reach their financial dreams. Sometimes they don't know what their dreams should be. And so these people, when they come into the branch, they can get that assistance. And we're happy to have them be able to do that and get that with us.
And how about you, Sharlene?
And when Thomas Jefferson wrote the Declaration of Independence and added pursuit of happiness, that was a new concept. People didn't think they could pursue happiness in this life. They always thought it was about heaven. So now it's like, wow, we can pursue it. And one of the best ways to pursue it is to define and achieve your financial goals. And you're not alone in that. We get to be here and hold your hand through that.
Sharlene Wells and Jeff Chandler, representing Mountain America Credit Union today, thank you again for being on our show and giving such incredible and useful advice that applies to each and every one of us. Thank you for joining us on the KSL Real Estate Show today, and happy 4th of July. We'll see you next week.
When you're a maintenance engineer in a beverage manufacturing plant, you keep production lines moving and quality on track because there's no room for slowdowns. With Grainger's vast selection of high-quality motors, sensors, belts, and hard-to-find parts, you can get what you need fast and all in one place, so nothing gets in the way of getting the job done. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
The people who seem to get more done than everyone else, they're not working longer hours or running on more caffeine. They've just stopped wasting time on the stuff that doesn't move work forward. Switching apps, re-explaining context, hunting for files, those aren't small inefficiencies. They're hours wasted every week. Superhuman Go gives you those hours back. From the makers of Grammarly, Go is an AI chat that sits inside every tab and tool you already use. Always available and ready to help you with what you're working on. Ask it to draft something, summarize a long thread, pull up a file, or prep you for a meeting. Go handles it without you ever leaving the page you're on. This is what it looks like when AI actually fits into your work, instead of adding to it. It's like having a teammate whose only job is to help you be better at yours. Go keeps up so you can move forward. And with Go working with you, you can show off what you do best. See what Superhuman Go can do at superhuman.com. That's superhuman.com.
For the past 25 years, AppMex has been America's most trusted precious metals exchange. Whether as a hedge against inflation and uncertainty in the economy, or thinking about the future and planning for your retirement, precious metals are safe haven assets that can help grow and secure your wealth for generations to come. At AppMex, we help you secure your tomorrow, today. Get started on your precious metals investing journey by visiting us at appmex.com. That's APMEX.com.
Get ready for the deal of the decade with Lagoon's best price of the season. July 1st through 31st, single-day passports are just $59.95 plus tax when you buy 2 or more in one transaction. Online only. There's something new waiting for you at Lagoon, so bring your friends and families, make some memories, and save big when you visit in July with the deal of the decade. Don't wait. Buy online now at lagoonpark.com.
Best thing that's ever happened to you financially. Go.
Easy. Sold my car on Carvana. Amazing offer.
Really? I hit 200 on the scratcher.
Did the scratcher come to your house and hand you a check?
No.
How many scratchers did you hit to get that? I hit a button on Carvana.com once.
Okay, that's fair.
It's like the lottery, except you always win.
Not like the lottery at all, actually.
Exactly. Inexplicably good. Offers worth bragging about. Sell your car today on Carvana. Pickup fees may apply.